What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, Basehead family? I believe this is part 3 of the big 20K Death Bonds build that we are doing in the Sequoia. Now, in the last video, we got all the old system pulled out, so ready to go there. In today's video, we got to finish pulling up the floor. We got to figure out where we're going to run our extra grounds. We'll need to do that for here and for the back. Maybe run some more grounds up front, clean some stuff up, do some planning. I don't even know exactly what's going to happen, guys, but we're going to make some good progress, so let's get into it. Of course, we got to give a big shout out to the guys over at Alfred Audio for sponsoring this build series. I am fully running their stuff, so we're going to see how their stuff really does in some pretty extreme demo testing. Should be awesome. Of course, we have their biggest amp up here. This thing is huge. Cannot wait to show you all that. But yeah, got to give them a huge shout. And got to give Big Jeff Audio a massive shout as well. At the Sundown show, I should be parked over in his tent next to his hair tricks build. So if you want to get a demo of my car or Big Jeff's hair trick for $1 demo vehicle, he's not actually charging $1, by the way. That is just kind of a joke. But if you want to get a demo from either of us, just find the Big Jeff Audio tent and come hang out. In the last video, we got the old 218s box out. Look at those guys sitting there looking pretty. Big old fellas. Anyway, we got them out, got my wall out, got all this out. So we got to pull all this junk out of here. Probably go ahead, vacuum, clean up everything. We do got to go ahead and pull the back seats out. Not sure if I'll do that today or not, but we do got to do that here coming soon. And we got to figure out where to run some new grounds. Okay, I found a good spot for a frame ground under here. So I went ahead and popped this bolt out. Wanted to make sure that the lug would fit on here, and it does. Of course, it's plenty long, so that'll go in there. So we're gonna have one over here. That's gonna run up to the front of the car to the alternator, or I guess my front battery. And we'll have one on the other side, like this. This will run along here, go up to where my battery is in the back. Okay, I've got my ground ran from the battery over to here. Gonna go right in there. So we just gotta put a terminal on this, then sand all that down, get it to the bare metal, and then we'll have it done. Okay, got that all sanded down, ready for that guy to get bolted up right there. While I was at it, pulled this off, cleaned off my connections. There was a little bit just of dust corrosion and whatnot. And this guy was not as tight as it could be. It's kind of a pain because this battery just has irregular studs, as you can see under there. So I have to have an adapter piece that has this guy to allow this fella to fit. The big problem is that the studs, sit lower down. They don't sit flush. So anyway, regardless is what it is. But we now have got 3 nice, good grounds. Okay, let's double check, make sure everything is working here. Everything seems to be coming on. Of course, we killed our battery, but that's okay. Yes, sir. Starting right up. Everything looking good. Now, I mentioned in the last video that I had a factory ground that ran from the motor block to the body of the car. That had died. Here it is, guys. Just looks like corroded over the years and just got really brittle and burned up. So no good there. Fortunately for me, I've got tons of wire sitting around. So we've got this nice guy right here. You can see one, I don't know if you can see in the video, but it's definitely an upgrade over what we've got here. And I just got all my little ring terminals in. We're able to pop that guy on there. Go ahead, clamp that down, run some tape around this, and then stick it back. Even on these little teeny ones, that creates a really great little connection. Okay, all this is ready to go. Now, this guy goes way down in there. It's really tight. Super huge pain to get it out of there. So I'm sure getting it back in will be a ton of fun, but let's get it. Okay, we're testing this from here down to there where we connected that, and yeah, getting a perfect connection now. All right, that fella all done and tucked away. Went ahead, fixed up the old factory ground that was here, put a new lug on it, and then also ran a ground from here over here to this ground point on my heads. So let's start it up, make sure everything seems good. All right, just ran it little ways down the road and back. Everything ran flawlessly this time, so who knows? I drove it yesterday, even though it was working, it felt a little weird shifting, and when I came to a stop, everything on the dash would kind of flicker for a second. Just seemed weird. Anyway, did kind of the exact same thing here, and it seemed fine. So I don't know, guys. Hoping that works, but hey, is what it is. We'll work through it. Okay, got a package in from Sky High Car Audio. Now, guys, I am not sponsored by Sky High, never have been, but I have just always ran a ton of their stuff. So over here, we've got some of their 160 mil sound deadener. We've got, I think, 25 feet of black and 25 feet of red 0 gauge OFC. And then we've got two more of these guys right here, which will be perfect for this guy. Things are slowly but surely coming in, starting to come together. Gonna go ahead and run another ground for that. And then I believe in a couple days, we have some new batteries showing up that we're gonna be testing out. We're gonna see how they do. If they do well, we'll of course be running them in this guy, so that should be pretty cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and run this last frame ground. Okay, for running this ground, I happen to know that right here, there's nothing under there. That'll be a perfect spot. When drilling through your car to run wire like this, always make sure you get under and check and make sure there's no lines, there's no electrical, there's no gas tank sitting right under where you're drilling. Guys, this is no joke. I do have a buddy, you know who you are. He was running some wire under his car. He literally drilled a hole through into his gas tank, and y'all, if a spark or something had went off while he was doing that, which it really could have, that could have been so bad. Anyway, guys, always just be careful when you're doing this. Okay, that hole is drilled. I will be siliconing, gluing around this to hold it secure, but of course this is a ground, so don't have to worry about it eating through the wire and shorting out. Okay, got both grounds nice and in there good. So I'm just gonna spray some paint, spray paint up in there to keep that bare spot from rusting. Get some zip ties, make sure everything is all nice and secure. Then we'll have this part done. All right, next up, time to once again pull out these back seats, guys. Won't need them anymore, so let's get them out of there. Okay, my silicone all nice and dry. This is the metal silicone that you can buy. I like it because you can put it on here. Your wire can still move, has some nice, just retains some nice flex to it. It's not gonna like crack or whatever. But that's what I've done. That's what I did in the truck. I just used the clear stuff here, and it seems to hold pretty good. Okay, if you remember, of course, this is our back wall piece that goes here, but last year we actually modified it. That way you can lay it down right here, and it fits perfectly for a base, so that's pretty cool. So this will allow us to go ahead, I think we can go ahead, slide the box in, do some testing from there. Real quick before doing that, I want to go ahead and test all my ground wires, make sure they are still all good, guys. If we have a wire that's burnt up, or the connection has got bad, or it's got corroded or something, we wouldn't get a great reading, at least probably. So I'm gonna go through and test them. First off, gonna make sure my multimeter is working. Yep, all good there. This is the newest wire that I connected, and I know it's a good wire. I know it's got a good connection right through the frame of the car. So of course, we're gonna start here and test everything out. Now, I would like to see a perfect connection between both. All right, good to have this big old box back in here, y'all. Big old fella. Takes up so much room. Okay, what's gonna be fun is, of course, cleaning up this here mess of wires that we got going everywhere, but we'll get all that all figured out, of course. We'll have to think about. All right, went ahead, got some of this stuff organized and cleaned up. Went ahead, got my fuse mounted. Of course, this is running from the front battery back to here. So that's all good there. This is my relay for my amps and all that. So went ahead, got that hooked up. Got all my grounds that are on this side over here. Then, of course, this side has one other ground. It's got my RCAs for my speakers, RCAs for my sub amp, my speaker wires that run to the front doors. Now we're going to be mounting an amp right here for that, so that'll be cool. All right, guys, definitely a big step closer, but that's going to do it for this video. Really appreciate y'all. Of course, remember about the giveaway we're doing with these Desfonts Fight subs. Somebody's at least going to win 2 of them, but we're getting close to 100,000 subscribers. I think now we're at about 98, so not far to go. Again, if we get there before the end of this series, I'm going to give away 4 subs. Might even give away all 8 if we get there crazy fast. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, as always, keep basing on.